So how's it going, guys? This is Chris King here. Today we're going to talk about Sam Darnold being traded to the Panthers, and is there a good chance that he resurrects his career? And I'm with my good friend Mason Vitale. Mason.
How we doing today, boys?
So, obviously there was a trade with the Jets and the Panthers with Sam Darnold. Do you think Sam Darnold is going to be a better quarterback than when he was with the Jets?
Oh, without a doubt. I think what's very important about how a quarterback performs is what is around him. And by that I mean coaching,
Weapons.
And protection at the same time. But, the Jets were bad with Sam Darnold.
Horrible.
But without Sam Darnold, they were even worse. During Sam Darnold's stay in New York, he didn't play for 10 games in that stretch. In that 10-game stretch, the Jets went 0-10 and averaged 13.3 points per game. That is historically bad.
0-10, not a single win. And you look at the weapons Sam Darnold had last year. They went 2-14, right? His best weapon was Jamison Crowder. His running back was Frank Gore. His next best receiver was Rashard Perriman, something like that, who's now with the Lions. That is a horrible bunch of weapons. I cannot imagine any quarterback having any success underneath those weapons, let alone being coached by Adam Gase.
Oh, yes. I think that's where Sam Darnold really is going to benefit this following year. Adam Gase has, honestly, as of right now, has a poor history with quarterbacks. Just for a little case study, let's look at Ryan Tannehill with his stats with Miami under Adam Gase and with Tennessee. Tannehill's best seasons have been with the Tennessee Titans, without a doubt. He's had a much higher QB rating, both seasons with over 100 QB rating. The highest rating that Tannehill ever had with the Dolphins was 93.5 QBR. Tannehill's highest QBR is a 78 with the Tennessee Titans. 59.3 was his highest QBR with the Miami Dolphins.
Now, what happens when he goes to Tennessee?
He's throwing more touchdowns and less interceptions. No more else needs to be said.
So, the case with Sam Darnold, he's in a similar situation. He's going from a team with little to no weapons to a team that is pretty stacked. Not only will they have Christian McCaffrey back this year, he's also being paired up with a familiar receiver with Darnold, Robbie Anderson, who is, in my opinion, a starting wide receiver. I would say he's a wide receiver number one.
Very underrated.
And then you pair him up with another receiver that is growing, DJ Moore. And not only that, they also have a very high draft pick this year. They can trade up and get Kyle Pitts or one of the star receivers in this draft, like Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase.
Yeah, and then if they can't get Kyle Pitts, I would really like them to maybe approach the draft for looking for offensive linemen.
Add some help on that offensive line, protect him more than he ever had in New York.
Oh yeah, the Jets had the 28th ranked offensive line last year. Now the Panthers have a mid of the grade offensive line. I believe they were ranked 18th in the league of 2020.
That's still a plus in anyone's book for sure.
Oh, it's a plus from the Jets, that's for sure. But I don't know. As someone who loves building the trenches, I would love to see the Panthers pick up another offensive tackle. Now, what I think is interesting is, do you think this move was necessary for Carolina?
It is if they plan on moving away from Teddy Bridgewater, because Sam Darnold still has a lot of years left. He's still very young, and he still has room to improve for sure. So, if they see this guy as their future quarterback, I cannot blame them for making the trade.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Panthers are going in the right direction. I think Matt Rule has put the team in a good direction.
Oh, yeah.
Just in the weaknesses of Carolina Panthers last year. So they were the bottom of the league in passing touchdowns, turnovers, red zone percentage, and interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
All those things, all those metrics, I believe Sam Darnold will help improve on.
Oh, yeah, for sure, because they had Teddy Bridgewater, and Teddy Bridgewater, in my opinion, is a good quarterback, but he's not a great one. Though I feel like he was great previously, before the injuries. I feel like the injuries have really stacked up on Teddy Bridgewater, and he's gotten old. But with Sam Darnold, he's still young, he's still fresh, so the ability to use him in multiple different schemes, it's going to be very interesting to see with the Panthers for sure.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for you, and I'd like to hear what people have to say in the comments and for the videos. Who's going to have a better turnaround season, Sam Darnold or Carson Wentz?
Ooh, that Carson Wentz video is... Oh, we got to do that for sure. We got to talk about Carson Wentz because he is going to have himself, in my opinion, a comeback year, and I feel like a comeback player of the year worthy year for sure.
Maybe back to near MVP form.
Mm-hmm. So I want to end this video real quick. I asked the subscribers, do you think Sam Darnold will become a successful quarterback with the Carolina Panthers? There were 3 options. Yes, he will become elite. Only 5% said yes. 80% said yes, he will become a good quarterback. And 15% said no, he'll struggle like he did in New York, which... honestly, I can't agree with that 15% at all. I agree with the 80% that he will become a good quarterback. Yeah, I think Sam Darnold's going to have himself one great comeback season, and there's a lot of quarterbacks we got to get talking to when it comes to having a better comeback season.
I agree.